Girls and I are out working today. I've been, I'm just hand holding the camera, it's in the short. I've been working in trucks the last couple of days and I'm real tired of it. We got some old wooden stuff and we're going to take that down and put it in the creek. Pulling one of my junk down. Wood junk rots away, steel junk rots away, so they've just fit in my temporary dams. I'm sitting on the cart. There's the roadside. We're going down the road. I'm driving one-handed, which I'm not the world's very best one-handed driver, but I get it done. That over there, I've been mowing that all summer, trying to sit back to Johnson grass. You can see the Johnson grass has come back now. I got to mow it again. Don't have my donkey-powered mower yet. I'd be a lot happier if I did. Go out and mow that all day and not have to listen to stinking tractor. They were ready to go someplace. They just had to go on a long trailer ride yesterday, and they're not real crazy about that. They come right up to work. They like this. They get to get out. They look around. They see the world. That'll be all for now. I don't know if I'll clip anymore or not. We're just out. There's donkey feet right there. Whoops, it's hard to do this one. We're just walking, except I had to stop and start the camera. This is the riparian woods on our right. It goes around there. You can see how the creek bends and twists. And that up there on the hill slope, that's part of the savanna. There's trees and shrubs planted up there. And come on, girls, let's get up. We don't want to stand here. They don't like to stand too long. Go on, baby. Clara, quit it. Walk on. There we go. We're going down here and stop in the creek. I've got a particular place where I got a whole bunch of thorn branches on the creek bank down the low bank. And I can drop other woody things in there. And they branches hold them. The stakes there are current year's plantings and last year's plantings. If I got the energy, I'm going to go do some pruning around those, weeding around those here. Right here, where the creek just shows out here, it's all the way. Oh, babe. We're all the way to the creek bank there. That's high bank. The side, low side. That's out over there, floods during times of high water. And right down below this high bank, right beside us, is where I got a big bunch of thorn branches. And so I can drop other woody stuff in there and the thorn branches hold them. Gee, or haul little. Walk up there. Walk up there. I'm just gonna leave them here. They'll stand here and eat oak leaves and be satisfied. I don't need to tie them. So I'm just gonna load this load of crud. This is what's called a seasonal creek. We're way up near the top of the watershed, and so in dry years it dries out. I'm disappointed. Every year it dries out, but it doesn't dry out as fast as it used to. What I'm gonna do, right down there on that curve, I'm gonna girls, whoa, they're just standing over there eating, but they'd like to go get a fresh bite. There's a load. I'm gonna go get a bunch of T-posts on the cart, and I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna drive them as like posts crosswise across the creek, and then they'll catch wood that's washing. No, girls, whoa, quit that. Clara, no. They're walking away from me here. Come on, girls, back up. Back a little more. Come on, back up. Come on, back up. Now, G. Missy, G over, honey. G. G over. Now walk up. Walk up. Up you go. Walk a little. See, I just want them to stay here. Not be walking off on me. That's all. Anyway, I made this today. It needs to be done. The creek's dry, so I can do it. If I drive T-posts across there, then they make a noise, and that noise attracts beavers. And I do that. I continue to plant more willows and other things that beavers like to eat. Sooner or later, I got a chance that beavers will move in here. Beavers move in here, this creek won't dry out in the summertime anymore. They're one of the most important keystone species on the earth, and we humans just ignore the need of them like, oh, we're just so stupid. Anyway, they're still standing here. We're going to go on back up and work a little more. Hello. We're down here. If you see, whoa, the large leaves there, that's a chestnut tree. And over there by the stake, oops, can't get my finger in there. Those large leaves, that's a chestnut tree. Those are last year's plantings. And they're way bigger down here than they are out there where they've had full sun, because the full sun's been too brutal. These climate change hot years, that weedy patch there, that's a patch of milkweed that I leave for the monarchs. It's about done for the year. It's got some seed in it. Anyway, the ones that have lived in the shade, the partial shade, have prospered. I got big looking trees like this in the partial shade, and up there in the full sun, where they've got swales to catch rainwater and everything, they're not nearly as prosperous. So it's been educational. We're going to go along here and just look at them. My silly's got her rope stuck down around the wagon tongue. She dips her head down and raises it up and does all this silly stuff. She's really good at making messes, breaking things. She'll grow up. She'll mature. She's a good girl. She's just still a baby. Babies are silly, aren't you? Aren't you? You're a silly baby. And there's your sweet mama. There's my girls. Cart back there. Right there's another pretty decent looking chestnut tree. See how it's reaching for the sun, and yet it's prospered in the shade. It's interesting. That loner right there, him a walnut, he's a volunteer, but I mowed around him. I'm keeping him. Most of these other volunteers are mulberries. There's my girls. You just wait right there. Everything's fine. Yes, I know. Clara, you two, walk up. Up we go. Walk on. Go on, girls. There we go. We're going back up to the farmstead to get T-posts, but this is a long way. It's a pretty day. It's, I don't know, probably mid-70s. It's such a brutal hot summer. And it's just a nice day to be down here. As you can see in there, if you can see it, there's another stake, and it's got a pretty good looking chestnut beside it. There's another one. There's another one. There's that walnut dress telling you about. It's coming on fall. We just passed the autumn equinox yesterday, day before. I lose track, but recently. And so all the trees are looking tired, you know, everything's looking tired. I see another stake with another good looking chestnut beside it. That dark spot there, that's crown vetch. It's invasive weed that we planted here. We, not me, but white people to work our road in. That one there, that's a hickory nut. I planted that this year. The places where the chestnuts failed, I planted hickories. Went through this year and planted hickories. There's where we go down to the creek there. We're going to go down here today. There's a spot up here we can go out that way and stay out in the sun, or we can go up this way and go through the woods. We're going to go through the woods. I just do that because I think it's pretty. Donkeys don't go real fast; they just walk. And, you know, that's pretty comfortable when you're out riding like I am. It's quite comfortable. There's a good looking chestnut there. You can't see it clear through, but there's a path here. Go on, girls, walk up. Clara, Missy, up we go. Walk. That's my girls. There we go. So we have to go up there and then turn. Go through here. I need to cut some of these off. I have to duck under them. The way this works is I just go out looking for things to do because it's fun. That old building there, it's not completely gone, but it's getting that away. If I don't come down and do some work on it, we're going to lose it. This side here is falling in, but the middle part of it's not. But that piece of roof flew off. That gateway looking thing up there goes through into the thorn forest. We're going to go through there. My shoulder's getting sore hurt holding the stone. I got a real bad cracked shoulder. So I'm going to quit videoing for a while. I'll be back. Standing there eating weeds. And I got these loaded. I got these T-posts loaded. We're going to take those down and drive them into the creek bed. Yellow thing there's a post driver. Got a bunch of wooden stakes here. I'm not sure if I'm going to need them or not, but I got them because I might. And I don't know how much weight that is. It's not a lot. They can handle that easy. And they'll have me on them. We're going down across the creek. We don't cross the creek. We cross it on the road. We're going to go on the other side of the creek though. And I'm going to have them drive up in there because I got to get some more goodies. I don't have enough goodies to get through the day. Takes me a lot of goodies to work a day. Alright, this is where we went onto the property on that last little ride that was the earlier part of this video. Go on, girls. No. We're going to go across the creek here on this culvert. And this over here, that's a patch of elderberries. They're wild, native Missouri elderberries. Last year they poisoned them, and I put this sign up that said do not spray, and this year they didn't spray, so we still got them. This is where the creek is. These culverts feed it, but like I said, it's dry now. The creek runs down that side of the road from up there as far as you can see. Our property, this brushy fence over here, that defines our property. Oh, girls, oh. This is another place that I routinely mow, that I will be mowing with the girls after I get my donkey's powered mower. Go on, Claire, walk up. This is I call this the low bottom or the back bottom. Our property ends there, somebody else starts, obviously. Creek's right there. That's just the other side of that little riparian woods we just walked along. I'm not driving very well because I'm using. Go on, baby. Step up. Walk on. There we go. I'm using one hand and it's hard. When Clara does, come on, girls. Walk on. They're not being very cooperative. I'm going to have to quit videoing here so I can use both hands. Once you know, I got them on hold on break. Over there, I believe, is the spot that we just were at. It's kind of hard to tell the same places from one side to the other. But I believe that's right over there. And if it is, I'm going to tie them up here in a minute and go in there with my T-posts and drive them down there in the creek. That's the creek down there in that low spot. I don't know how well you can tell that. There's another pretty good looking chestnut tree right there. I got them planted up and down both sides of the creek and at the outer edge of the riparian woods to spread the woods with food plants. The girls here, they like this particular leaf. That's a mulberry tree. They like mulberries. When we prune the mulberries, we give them the branches as fodder, as just a regular feed. And but I'm not going to leave them loose here because they eat all the leaves they can reach, and then they'll walk off. So I'm going to go over there to that little skinny tree and tie them up there, and that'll moderately annoy them, but they'll survive, and that'll put me close to my work. So I'm going to do that here in a minute. Let's see if I can. Nah, I don't think I can. Girls, whoa, 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 whoa. Missy, where are you going? Kind of wish I'd set up something to video on here. It'd be better. Back up here, girls. Come back. Come back. Missy, Clara. Back, back, back. Come back. Come back. There we go. Come on back. Back up. Come back. No more. Back, Missy. Back, Missy. Okay, now haul. There we go. Walk up. A little more. Step in. Another couple steps. Go on, girls. Up, up. Step in. I'll have to get off and lead them. They don't like this. Whoa. Just whoa. Whoa. Right there. You're good. Okay, so we're going to take a break here. I'll be down in there working, and I'm not going to try to video anything. Yeah, no, I'm still too far upstream, I think. There's the empty creek bed. I believe the other spot where I was working is on downstream there. I'll come around that corner there. I know this is closer than where we started. The girls are out there, tied up. They seem to be surviving it, though. They found something they can reach to eat. I need to come down here. See here, you can see where in times of high water, how the water comes boiling out of here and pushes everything over, push those trees over, push all this grass out of the way. Jumps out. Low water, it goes around this bend. High water, it jumps over it. And that's the point of all the stuff that I'm trying to put in here, is to increase the amount of all those trees, branches, and everything you see in the bed up there. Those all slow the water. Each one of them, some. And that's the point here, is to try to slow it. The county keeps making it come faster, and I keep making it run slower, and because the faster it goes, the more it tears my ground up, and the slower it goes, the more the neighbor's ground settles out. But I'm not downstream far enough. There's my babies. They're not the happiest people in the world, but they're doing all right. So we'll go on downstream a little farther and try again. There's the girls up there. I'm down in the creek bed. You can see ears right there. There's a fake flower. I need to gather it up. See, if water was here all the time, things would live under all these shady spots. This is what a riparian forest automatically does to a creek, plus the creek automatically twists itself up. American farmers go in there with heavy equipment to straighten them out, so they'll flow faster and tear the ground up faster. I don't know. Everybody's priority is money except mine. My priority is life. I want the world to be alive. Even though there's no water down here, it smells like water. It kind of smells like life. You'd think it'd be easy to tell from one side to the other where you are, but it's not really. I don't usually walk in the creek bed because usually the creek bed's full of water. There's trash all down here. America the dumpster. That's pretty much how we manage it. Manage our land as a dumpster. Take off everything of value and fill it back up with trash. There's a street sign there. That might be my spot right there. There's a picture of a plastic tub or bucket. Yep, there's my spot. Alright, I found it. Oh, that's my thorn tree. That's thorn branches from the thorn forest. And what they do is when they're down here like this, these branches tangle up with each other. This is that chair. There's part of what I just threw down there. Now what I want to do okay, here's a natural wide spot. And here's a natural narrow spot, and see it's damming itself up right here. And this is what it does. And then beavers come along if you get them, and they increase this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right about here where I'm standing, and I'm going to drive T-posts in. Now what I've read is that the sound of the water trickling between the T-posts attracts beavers. So everything I'm doing down here at this time is to attract beavers. If I can get beavers to move in here, then I'll have life to a degree that I don't have it now. The girls are up there someplace. I can't even see them from here. Where I am is probably as good as any place I can get, because it's not that easy to climb up and down here into this creek bed unless you pick a spot that... There they are. Girls are up there. I know you probably can't see them. Maybe if you're lucky you can. Somebody move. But I can get up and down this bed here, see. There's Abraham hollering. I'll get down right there again too. That's a good spot. There's my girls. My T-posts are up there with them. I could have parked them right there and got down too. I didn't see that. That's alright. Well, I'm going to need all my hands here, so I'm going to quit videoing for a while. They're tied up, but they're getting better and better about that. They don't mind it much anymore. Of course, they get goodies every time I come back. That helps. Don't you, girls? Yes, aren't you my babies? Aren't you my babies? There's my Missy. She's so beautiful. Yeah. There's my Clara. She's so beautiful too. Yeah, there's my girls. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna take a little break here, load up some fence posts on my shoulders, and go down there. Oh, right there's a baby oak tree. It's growing right in the creek bank. No telling if it'll make it or not. See the low parts over there. You can see there's actually a little bit of mud here. The water's almost at the surface. It's just almost at the surface, and you can smell it. So that little bitty oak tree there, if it survives, why it'll compress this bed and move it over that way, press it against that one, create more of an eddy there. Every eddy ties up energy. See all this vegetation, all this grass tied up here. It took energy out of the water to tie those knots. And the more energy you can remove from the water, then the less power it has left to do more destruction down there. And that's the whole plan. Everything in the whole world runs on energy. Even my fine looking girls, here they are up there on the hilltop. I brought the posts down, but I didn't have enough hands to carry the post driver. I think I might carry another post or two anyway. This is my up and down spot. It's climbable. Alright, so you can see those posts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's still got the driver on it. Right up there's my thorn tree armor. Now what those will do is water will run between them, obviously, but sticks and branches and grasses and piles of leaves will catch up on them, and that'll slow the water down more. And the glory of mild steel, unlike plastics or anything else, wood will do this too. I could have used wood stakes, but the glory of mild steel is that those T-posts will completely rust away. They will cease to exist. They will turn entirely into ferric oxide, iron oxide, rust in a couple or 3 human generations, which isn't very long. And so whatever else happens down here, they will not be a permanent polluting item. They'll do their work for 100 years or so, by which time they'll cease to exist. And so it's a useful resource. It's one of the most common resources in the Earth's mantle, iron, and it will return there too. So I'm going to go back up now and get my girls, and we'll go on and do something else. She almost always stands as far back as she can pull on a rope. That's typical for her. All the T-posts are off of there. Tie those ropes up. We'll go somewhere else. There's the head now. They're heading home. Doesn't take much steering to keep them in the road to home. My hands just relaxed. They're still looking for that piece of junk that used to be over there and scared them. Figured that is pretty much gone. So we're gonna go home. Got a little work done. A couple, 3 hours, I guess. I don't know. Probably just a couple. I'm over. A couple hours is good enough for me. Got something done I've wanted to do for over a year. Put those stakes in the creek ever since I read about that being a beaver attraction. So that's done. Creeks and stakes are gone. I had some wooden stakes. I thought I might put them up out there. I broke a few moments. But I'll get to that another day. There's always another day. That's kind of the whole point of working, because you got something to do. So that's all I got for today, y'all. I appreciate you coming along for the ride. I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.